What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Yee Yee Podcast. We are back with a little bit of an announcement about some things that we're going to be doing for the future for the Yee Yee Podcast and what the future of this podcast looks like.
Yeah, what's up, guys? So we've just been talking internally. We love doing the podcast. We love supplying value to you guys, and it's been a lot of fun to do this over the last year and a half. We've had some really fun guests on, had some good memories, and we have decided that the future of the podcast is going to be, rather than a weekly basis, we are going to do this more sporadically whenever we have maybe big events coming or some big news or a topic that we want to dive into, or just when we have people here around the farm that we want to talk to and think that it could be entertaining for you guys. We know your time's super valuable, and so it's really just a matter of us wanting to get the best quality content possible for y'all and go quality over quantity. So the podcast is no longer going to be weekly, but just keep an eye on our socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and then subscribe to YouTube, and you'll get notified whenever we do an episode.
Yeah, a couple things. I mean, it really did we were talking about this the other day, it kind of did start off as a fun COVID activity. Whenever COVID started, we didn't have as much going on. We were worried about kind of the future of the business, to be completely frank, and what Yee Yee looked like. And so we were trying to find time to do more content and provide more value. Now, the pandemic is very over and has been for a while. And as we grow as a business, there's a lot of opportunity for us to grow. And we talked about this the other day. Everyone has a window, whether you're an actor, an athlete, a brand, or whatever you are, in our case being a brand. And we've got this window that we feel like, everyone's window is closing. And so we're trying to make the most out of what we have. And what's different about our brand than a lot of other podcast and content focused brands that you're listening to out there or watching their videos or whatever, the people that are making and producing that's all they're doing. Everyone that is on this podcast that is from the Yee Yee team, this excludes guests, but everyone from our team has other roles. We have Brian, our media guy, who does tons of other stuff besides this. Parker's dealing with all the operations. I'm dealing with marketing. Ben's also helping with marketing. Like, there's so many other things that are going on besides just this podcast, and it does take a lot of time out. So we want to really focus on providing value whenever we have those good guests in, bringing them on whenever something big happens, like a launch or whatever, that we're focusing on that. So it's kind of funny because this is opposite of what they tell you to do with podcasts. Everyone always says, whatever you do, monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, whatever, stick to it. We're going to go a little bit different than that, and we're just going to try to really focus on whenever we have someone great, whenever we have a lot to talk about, we'll drop a podcast episode. But just want to give you a little bit of insight into what we're doing, and whenever you don't see the podcast maybe pop up every Wednesday, that's why. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe if you've been following the brand for a little bit, hopefully over the next few months, you'll see like an uptick in other fun skits and other stuff that we're going to be allocating that time towards. That is taking a ton of time for Brian to edit and cut, and Hayden and Ben to write.
Yeah, we talked about how we don't want to just pull away the podcast and then not replace it with anything. We've got all these other ideas for different types of content, short little funny videos, more vlog stuff, different things like that we can also replace. So we're not just taking things away. We're also going to be adding more types of content that we can do, and then focusing on these huge launches that we've got, because we've got one coming up June 17th, the summer launch, and there's been a lot of great stuff. Parker's been working on a lot of great products with that, and so we want to make sure that we're giving the time to making content for that and correctly marketing that, and so that as many eyes as possible are getting on that gear, because there's some awesome gear coming out. Why don't you tell them about some of the new things that we've got in the summer launch that we've never done before?
Yeah, let me think. We have 2 short sleeve performance fishing button-ups, like the one you have on right now if you're watching on YouTube. It's completely custom. If you want a slimmer, tailored fit, go a size down. Otherwise, if you want a regular fit, go with your regular size. We have a blue one and a navy one. And
top of the line, like they're better than the other performance fishing gear brands that I've seen. They're so much more comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, super comfortable. We have a stretch fit hat, which is always asked for, coming out, and I can't really think of anything else off the
These
top of my
hats?
head.
Are
Yeah,
these-
those rope hats. Those are like super high quality polyester rope hats that are completely custom, a black one and a white one.
And the polo.
Oh yeah, and then a polo.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys who are going to work, they're like, I'd love to wear Yee stuff when I'm at work, but we require collared shirts, so we have a pretty awesome black polo that should be good for that.
Yeah, so with all that being said, we will be having a live stream preview like we always do of the new products. That should be next Wednesday on YouTube. So we'll drop the link. We'll advertise it before, but just wanted to give you a heads up. We're still going to be doing a lot of that stuff. We're just, not doing as many podcast episodes. And like we said, they'll still be coming out just here and there. We're going to try to focus on quality over quantity, which we always try to do.
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. Eat your veggies.
See y'all.